Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Rob Ray back with another very special, powerful video. And it's been a few days since I've made a YouTube video, and as you guys can probably tell, the energy is a little bit different. But I won't spare you guys with the details. I just, I was a little bit eager to get back to making some of these videos for you guys. So I kind of want to give you guys another powerful e-commerce update with my current dropshipping and e-commerce store. Kind of let you guys know, what's currently going on. Am I running ads currently? Am I not running ads currently? And all that other stuff. But before we get into this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe as we continue to build this channel of Elite Millennials, going after their goals, trying to be the first multi-millionaires in their family, and will be, because we will succeed. This is a channel that you want to tune into because I will be posting all things business, all things finance, and all things entrepreneurship. So like, comment, subscribe, and share this video, and let's get right into it. All right guys, so like I said, it's been a few days since my last video, but I'm happy to be back on here. Kind of want to give you guys an update on what I'm currently doing with my current e-commerce dropshipping store. Officially, as I made in the previous video, I did recently buy roughly 600 units exactly of my current product, and we were able to get all that stuff finalized. I was able to, there was an issue actually. So the manufacturer who I originally purchased the units with, they quoted me what I considered a great price per unit, and also what I considered a great shipping cost. And the shipping method that I was using was DDP shipping, which I'll get to in another video. But if you're familiar with importing and exporting terminology, then you should be familiar with DDP. DDP simply means that the responsibility is on the manufacturer to get the products from the manufacturing facility to your doorstep, whether that's your warehousing doorstep or your actual doorstep. That's what DDP is, and preferably if you're importing and exporting goods, you want to use DDP, especially if you're relatively new to the process. It is a little bit more expensive, but it does alleviate a lot of liability and stuff like that. So originally my manufacturer, we agreed on DDP pricing terms, which was great. But then after I paid the manufacturer, she followed up and said, oh, I'm sorry, there was some type of miscommunication in regard to the shipping cost, and it's actually gonna be like an extra $2,000 more. So I ended up basically getting pissed and was like, okay, well, I want a full refund. Rather than refunding me in whole, we were able to negotiate our per unit cost down, which is awesome because I was able to get the units cheaper per unit. And rather than go through and do DDP shipping with them, she refunded me the difference, the shipping cost. She refunded completely, and I decided to go with a third-party freight forwarder for our shipping, which I'll get into in further details in the future. But I decided to outsource the shipping and work with a freight forwarder. And the freight forwarder I went with was actually a website called FreightOS, which I'll talk about once again in later videos. But FreightOS is able to provide you a quote of different freight forwarders, so you can see which one's going to be the cheapest one, and then you can go with that freight forwarder. So I was quoted a fairly decent shipping cost rate, which was much better than what the manufacturer re-quoted me. So I decided to get with the freight forwarder and pay the freight forwarder directly. And this was awesome because when you hire a freight forwarder, they give you a point of contact, which I then was able to give that point of contact to my manufacturer point of contact, and they were able to get things figured out. So now they're in communications, and they know exactly when the goods are going to be picked up by the freight forwarder and delivered to our US warehouse facility here. So that's that, and that was a bit of a process. And just to kind of give you guys, like I said, e-commerce update here, the manufacturer actually hit me up a few days ago and let me know that the goods were finished production that finished on the units, on the 600 units. And now on the freight forwarder side, it looks like those units are going to be picked up this coming Monday, which is great. On the negative side, it does look like the units are not going to actually be finally delivered until May 20th, right? So that wasn't the best news. I was hoping to at least get the goods by the first week or second week of May, preferably. So then I could get the ads back up and running then and get a little bit of money in my pocket, because I am taking a trip to Cabo to see my best friend get married here pretty soon. So, that was unfortunate, and hopefully, sometimes on those estimates, things can arrive sooner than later. So I'm hoping that things do arrive a little bit sooner, maybe a few days sooner, so I can get the ads running a lot sooner as well. What else to mention? So, I don't know if I spoke about this in previous video, but I am currently backlogged on orders, and it sucks because with not running the ads, I'm not really generating any revenue from the store, and a lot of customers are currently upset about not having received their product in what they would perceive to be a timely fashion. So it's definitely been a lot of customer service going on within the past couple weeks here, and that's probably going to continue going into the end of this month and the entire month of April, and honestly at this point the majority of May, because I'm honestly trying to do whatever I can not to turn the ads back on, because I want to garner fresh revenue from the 600 units once they arrive, rather than using the majority of those units to fulfill backlogged orders, if that makes sense. So, my plan right now is to fulfill as many orders as possible with the current cash that I have on hand, refund as many orders as possible with the current cash I have on hand, and do it that way. And that's really the plan. And honestly, it's gonna be a choppy month coming up, but I feel good about the direction of the store once these units get here. And I've already developed spreadsheets. I know how the numbers are gonna look. I know exactly how much revenue we're gonna make with these bulk order units. I know how much, once again, I know exactly how much it's gonna cost now to get another 600 units manufactured. I know relatively what freight forward I'm gonna go with. So I've learned a lot of things throughout this process, and as you will find out down this dropshipping e-commerce branding journey, is that it is entirely a learning process until you develop an understanding of how to do it. Shit, my phone's ringing. One sec. All right, my bad guys, I just got a phone call. But anyway, what was I saying? It's a learning process, and if you're new to this whole journey, like I said, I'm a big advocate, as you guys know, of just starting without knowing the answers, and that's definitely a philosophy that I've had to utilize during this entire e-commerce process, and it never stops. But I guess moving forward, like I said, once those units get here, I know exactly how much money we're gonna make. I know what our profit margins are gonna be. I have a rough estimate of how much our ad spend's gonna be to earn, and by the end of those units. And the business itself is gonna be in very good shape. I have on my whiteboard here a few things. I'm not gonna show you guys exactly, I'll just read it off. But on my whiteboard I have brand equals, and I have 4 things that what it takes to create an actual brand. And number 1 is store design, number 2 is copywriting, number 3 is color palettes, and number 4 is imagery. So one of the things that I plan on doing once we recoup off these 600 units is investing in revamping the website design completely, making it more of a branded store, and hiring a third party for that. So that's going to cost a little bit of money as well. I also plan on hiring someone to revamp the copyright, revamp the sales copy on the website to make our offer a little bit more intriguing and more relevant to what our ideal customer demographic is looking for. I like the current color scheme of our brand, so we're probably going to keep that. And last but not least, imagery, which I discussed in the previous video. Really utilizing web services or website services like Canva, where you can create different images to really create and bring to life whatever your brand image is. But that's really what I'm going to be focusing on once we recoup with these units, outside of reordering another 600 units in bulk and trying to minimize our expenses from that end. Something else I want to highlight as well, just to add to this e-commerce update and be fully transparent with you guys. I haven't really factored in how much the warehouse expenses are going to be once the units get here. From what I'm aware of, Printful, they charge you not only for the shipping, because they actually ship it themselves and get it to your customers within 2 to 3 business days, which is huge. But not only do they charge you for shipping, but they also charge you for warehousing space. So I'm not exactly sure how much that expense is going to be, and obviously that's going to cut into our underlying margin. But I don't think it's going to be too substantial, and we're not too worried about that at this moment. And yeah, I mean, there you guys have it. That's the current e-commerce update. Like I said, I turned my ads off completely. We have roughly a month and a half until our 600 units are here, and that's probably when I'm gonna try to turn the ads back on, unless I need to do it sooner just to stay afloat. But yeah, there you guys have it. A very thorough e-commerce dropshipping branding update. And I'm sure a lot of you guys can resonate with being at this exact point during this e-commerce journey. So hit me up, let me know what you guys think. Elite Millennials, keep working towards your goals, hustling, pursuing to be the first multi-millionaire in your family. I guarantee you, if you never quit, we will succeed. Your boy Ray, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And your boy Ray, peace.